Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels, and we're going to that horrible world known as the JRC. But before we do, an actual good rant about my life. So, every single time I've had a grocery delivery that I would order in the morning, the same guy would always deliver it. Except he wouldn't. Would deliver it into I don't even know where, but I just know that picture was not at my door. So it was kind of with a little bit of trepidation that I went ahead and did the order this morning because I was woefully low on my vanilla shakes, which I need for the exercises, the weights that I do, folks. Trying to recover without them is not fun, and I don't really wish it on anyone. So here I was, I kept checking the computer. And miracle above miracles, folks. They did not have to refund me my money. I did not have to make the reorder. They got the right door this time. Yay! Because I'm sorry, but that is annoying as hell. I mean, when you give your address, and then you give people landmarks in the comments because it's kind of an obscure street, the person never texts you, even though they're supposed to do so if they're having problems with finding your street. And then you see that it's been delivered when there's nothing at your door. You pull up the picture and you don't even know what door where in the city that it's being delivered to. Yeah. I try not to go full Karen. I really do. I'm a call center jockey. I know what that's like. I really, really do. But on the autistic side of things, would I very explicitly tell you where I can be found? When I purposely leave my phone number in there to contact me, if for any reason you're having difficulties with finding the address, and then you still continually deliver it at some random door, a little bit of Karen comes out. A little bit. Especially if the mistake is repeated over and over and over again. So it was a nice change this morning to get my shakes and stuff for my lunches for when I'm working, back there, be delivered where they're supposed to be delivered. That's all I'm saying. That was a nice shock this morning. Really was. But enough about my not life. Still better than AH's. Just saying. Anyways, sorry. Salty that she's still on my TL. I've even blocked her as a subject, as a name, everything. And it's like the freaking British royal family drama. It finds me. Anyways, in the description box, folks, you're going to find a link to the article that the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read. It's written by NeuroClastic, a small non-for-profit started by autistics for autistics, wherein they interviewed and surveyed over 900 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC's so-called behavior modification program. Matter of fact, the JRC doesn't want you to read this article so much they have threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. Well, folks, NeuroClastic has refused, so you know the drill. Please read that article and share it on all your social media. Also included in there is NeuroClastic's public statement regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding, folks, in case the JRC will actually see through with their threat. Also linked in there, the Ozarks' first article in regards to the Agape boarding school, now known as Stone for Help boarding school situation, a so-called Christian-themed boarding school based out of Stockton, Missouri that takes in so-called troubled male teens that has impending over 25 civil lawsuits, claims, and allegations leveled against it, all which have been substantiated by the Missouri Department of Social Services, and they include the following: sodomy, rape, sexual assault, child abuse, psychological and emotional abuse, child trafficking, starvation, and that's just for starters. You have one former staff member arrested by the FBI, another a doctor still on the premises with full access to the boys, up on multiple, again, substantiated claims of sodomy, rape, and sexual assault. The boys there. You got an attorney general too busy chasing after drag queens and trying and failing to defund public libraries to actually do his jobs and protect the kids of this state. And you got a governor that's a special kind of dumb that not even an intervention can help. So send help and read that article, share it on all your social media. Also included in there is the course other pertinent links to the Stop the Shocks campaign, including Autistic Hoya's massive archive on the subject, Jennifer Masemba's behavioral sheet of shockable offenses, a clip out of the 7-hour ordeal undergone by Andre McCollins back in 2002, the templates, and the ever-present self-explanatory change.org Shut the Judge Rotenberg Center Down petition. When we discuss the JRC, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and get clips of surveillance footage of people with disabilities being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please use your headphones, all right? All right, folks, this channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We use profanity and speak on dark subjects. If your child is 16 and younger and they are watching, that's very obviously parental supervision is very much advised, all right? All right, trigger warning, square your shoulders, folks. We are about to descend once again into the lunatic ravings and blah, blah. I can't even think today, folks. Into the mad ravings of the lunatic mind known as Dr. Matthew Israel. You're going to hear gaslighting, victim blaming, pseudoscience and lies, abuse and torture apologencia, all from a man with a massive ego and even larger God complex. So, folks, prepare yourself for the condescending amount of stupid that we are about to descend into today, okay? All right, where we left off yesterday. And would shocker and shocker, this is another false statement from an anonymous source. The particular behaviors to be treated with aversives are designed in writing by the student's treating doctoral level clinician, and all applications of the GED device are controlled and monitored by the JRC's doctoral level clinicians and other supervisory staff. No one is allowed to do anything that would be accurately described with a phrase such as "and would shocker and shocker." That's a lie, doctor. We all know it's a lie. You want to know how we know it's a lie? We've seen the Andre McCollins video, doctor. But it's not allowed. It doesn't happen. What was the Andre McCollins video, doctor? It was a 7-hour video surveillance video where you shocked that boy over and over and over again. You want to know what else shows that this is a lie, doctor? Jennifer Masemba's behavioral sheet of shockable offenses, where you literally shocked her for everything that can be construed under the sun. To sit there and say, but it's doctorate level approved. Are they doctors or clinicians? Because you like to play fast and loose with the truth. Are they actual doctors? Are they still in residence clinicians? These are not the same thing, sir. Again, I've been around healthcare, in particular hospitals and ERs, because of what my mom does for a living since before I could walk. okay? These things are not the same. Are they doctors, or are they going for a doctorate but are still residents? Because it's not the same thing. Okay? By the way, what was described there describes perfectly what one witnesses on your own surveillance footage, sir. Not once, but multiple times through several lawsuits. Andre McCollins, Antoine, the two boys that were shocked over 71 times each. Oh, but you don't shock and shock and shock and shock them. I'm sorry, doctor, but the receipts and your own surveillance footage says, yes, you do. You actually do. And that is a lie. And people still buy it. That's what blows my mind. I can't understand how an individual can be sat down, handed all the evidence, and then, like a 3-year-old, plugs their ears, closes their eyes, and it's not true, it's not true. Yes, it is. People lie. Evidence does not. Surveillance camera footage from your own surveillance team shows this is a big lie. Also, this is one of the reasons, doctor, that those unannounced visits from the New York Special Ed Department took place. Because there were too many provable incidents with receipts popping up for New York to continue to ignore it. We did those unannounced visits here in my state too. The literal idea behind them is so that we can go in there and see what you don't want us to. And that's the whole point. When we go in there, when there's a reason for concern, we're not there to cushion you and lie for you. We're there for the kids or the consumers, depending on where they are in their walk of life. Period. Point blank. We don't care if you look good or not. If you were actually a humane place with a flawless record, like you continue to pound your chest and declare that you are, you wouldn't be so worried about those unannounced visits. Now, would you? You've lied, doctor, time and time and time again. You cannot sit here and try and tell me that we don't do that. It's not true. It's only when a clinician signs off on it, so that makes it impossible. Andre McCollins, Antoine, the two boys who were shocked over 71 times after being faded off of device without those staff even being given any kind of explanation as to why this was to happen to them. I'm aware that it was a prank call. But why would the staff unquestionably carry out that order, doctor, if it wasn't already present in the work culture that you created? making these videos relatively short today, folks, because I do kind of want to enjoy a little bit left of my weekend. But what are we learning from this? This doctor lies and lies and lies, and he continues to lie, kind of like another person we all know by the name of AH. Even when all the evidence is out there for the world to see. And also, like IH, remarkably, the journalists and the people in places of power still listen to him. And even though they eventually had to have him step down because he got himself into a mess that not even his high-fluting friends could get him out of, they still continue to sign off on the continued existence of this torture chamber that they call a school. And we're going to go ahead and close out on that. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few that we do tend to get removed from time to time. So please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the comments. I do appreciate your time. And as always, we here at Spilling Tea do hope you have a good one. Bye-bye, everyone.